one of the things that really makes me happy are the comments that I get to read after I post up my vlog. And some of the comments are so endearing, so bonding, that it makes me feel really blessed to be able to provide information from the archives of my life to help people become better versions of themselves. And there's one particular remark or comment which I really loved, which was placed on the comment box on the vlog that I'd done on 6 nuggets of wisdom I had discovered between my Amma, which is my mother-in-law, and her Rasams. This remark or this question in the comment box was asked by Sharath Ahuja. And Sharath asked, what did you learn from your mother-in-law vis-a-vis her garden? Now this is a wonderful question, and this is going to be the topic of my vlog. So Sharath, this Musings of an Old Maverick is dedicated to you. What did I learn from my mother-in-law vis-a-vis her garden? Well, Sharath, my mother-in-law, when I met her, when I married her youngest daughter, she was living with her son who was working the tea gardens way up in Assam. And in Dibrugarh, where the tea gardens were, she had a very large bungalow to stay in, and she had a beautiful and amazing garden which she had personally tended to and loved, cared. And it was a garden that had a riot of colors, an absolute riot of colors, because there were so many varieties of plants growing there. There were so many flowers and fruit trees and lovely, beautifully maintained hedges, lovely grass area. So it was a riot of colors. And when I used to look at it, it used to remind me of life. Life is so beautiful. It is a kaleidoscope of colors. Some colors good, some colors not so good, and some colors, well, very challenging. But the fact remains is that life is a kaleidoscope of colors, and every color does something for us. The good colors keep us happy, the not so good colors make us think, and the really challenging colors help us to become strong as human beings, gives us the resilience that is very much required for human beings to live a happy and successful life. Challenge always does that. Challenge is not negative. It's a beautiful dimension of existence where you learn so much on how to cope up with situations, how to handle adversities, and still love, laugh, and live. So that was the first learning I observed from my mother-in-law's or my Ammas Garden. The second one was unity in diversity. Something that I think is forgotten in our ecosystem globally. Her garden was so diverse, all different types of plants, different types of flowers, different types of fruits, and each of them unitedly kept the family healthy, kept the family happy, because it was a treat sitting amongst those petunias and those sunflowers, rose flowers, eating those jackfruits growing there, and the chikus, and the oranges, and the lemons, and it was such a happy place that I could not ever imagine that this unity can come from diversity. Unfortunately, I think everyone in this world today needs to have a garden, because we need to bring back that wonderful understanding of the fact that there is always unity in diversity. The third one was really nice. It was all about loving and caring. You know, the amount of time my Amma spent in the garden, tending to each and every of her creations, so to speak, with so much of love and so much of care, that they flowered. They flowered because it was a treat to watch her treating each of those plants and trees growing there with so much of tender care. And I realized that that is what every human being needs: love and care to flower within. Because we have so many buds within us, so many buds that are dying to get flowered. And we tend to ignore those buds within us because we are so busy being busy with everything that's happening around us. We very rarely look at what is happening within us. Within us, there are buds waiting to flower. Just needs a little bit of love and care. And the fourth one, which is also one of the most beautiful learnings I received looking at the way my Amma tended the garden, was Atidhi Devo Bhava in Sanskrit, which means a guest is equivalent to God. You know, in my mother-in-law's garden, squirrels, parrots, pigeons, crows, rats, you name it, everybody would come. And she would have separate bowls of food and water placed around, knowing what the parrots like to eat, what the sparrows like to eat, what the pigeons want, what the squirrels would want. And for her, everyone was a form of godly existence. So she loved all the guests that came to her garden, welcomed them with her big, large, warm heart, and the enjoyment, the finesse, the beauty that she would transform into every time she would be amongst her plants and garden and all her creatures and animals and birds that would come there, made me feel that life is so beautiful and so full that you are in paradise, but we don't realize it. We don't seem to understand that the Garden of Eden, so to speak, surrounds us constantly, but we don't see the garden because we tend to look beyond the fences at things that are absolutely unnecessary for our existence. So that, my dear friend Sharath, is what I learned from these beautiful creatures, beings that my Amma was surrounded in that awesome garden of hers. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Do share it with all your friends and everyone that are green-fingered gardeners like you, because I checked your profile out and I realized that that's probably the reason why you asked this question. This is Anand Nair signing off. Have a wonderful life till we meet again soon.